Good morning, students. Today we are going to do Ranga's wedding, Ranga's marriage, rather Ranga's marriage. And this lesson is lesson number 3 in our snapshot, supplementary reader. So, the title Ranga's marriage is quite significant because it talks of course, of Ranga's marriage, but with the local colors of the place, of their culture. So, the author of the lesson, the writer Iyengar, Venkatesha Iyengar, has discussed so many things from the local flavors, local hues, fragrances, colors, you can say, of culture, and their ways and trends. So let's begin. Ranga is the son of the accountant, the village accountant, one of the rare breed amongst the village folk who has been to the city to pursue studies, and he has come to pursue his studies. When he returns to his village from the city of Bangalore, these days we call Bangalore as Bangalore, but at that time it was called Bangalore. And he has returned, the crowds mill around his house to see whether he has changed or not. And his ideas about marriage are quite different. So people gathered around his house. The most important point that when Ranga or Ranganatha came back after his studies of 6 months, some particular studies from the city of Bangalore, from the village. Children go to cities and metro cities and all to study. Even they go abroad to study. When they come back, there's a natural curiosity, human behavior, human nature, that have these people changed. Those who have come after so many days of living there and inculcating those habits. So the same happened with Ranganatha also. But before the writer comes to this point about Ranganatha's wedding, Ranganathan's marriage, he comes, he takes initiative to explain the entire village with its, as I said, with its beautiful colors and of the vicinity, and the important things that made his culture significant. So when the chapter, so see the first line, very beautifully written. When you see this title, some of you may ask, Ranga's marriage. Why the name of the lesson, dear readers, you might be thinking, has been given Ranga's marriage? Why not Ranganatha Vivaha or Ranganatha Vijaya? Well, yes, I know. I could have used some other mouth-filling names, one like Jagannatha Vivaha or Girija Kalyana. He has used some mythology words, names like Girija Kalyana. Kalyana means marriage, and Girija is the goddess Parvati's another name. But then this is not about Jagannath's victory or Girija's wedding. It is about our own Ranga's marriage. So that's why no fancy name. He answers himself that it is, he usually eulogized it, he did not want to do that. He did not want to praise it or like that. He just wanted to keep it simple. No praising and giving the very elevated names. So he's saying that it is our own Ranga's marriage, and hence no fancy title. He begins the lesson this way. Then he comes to his village. After the title, he talks about his village. Hosahali is a village, and what Mysore is to India, Hosahali is to Mysore. And then he says, what a pity, the readers, dear readers, you do not know about a village. A strange name you feel, because there is no mention in any geography book about this term. Those sahibs in England did not feel like mentioning in any of the book that they wrote. And even the geography people and those English sahibs, when they did not write, how the cartographer, the person who made the map will remember to put our village name in that? They all are like sheep. One thing is done, then the rest all follow the same thing. So one sheep walks into a pit, the rest blindly follow it. These are the satirical lines of the author. So there's a serious note in that. He wants to pinpoint that nobody remembered to mention. So there's satire in humor. Like there is, in the way, very light way of speaking, but it is not actually light. It has some weight. It has some point in it. That is, they did not remember to mention this village. And when both the sahibs in England and our own geographers have not referred to it, you cannot expect from a poor cartographer to remember it and mention it on the map. Can you? There's a question mark. Can you expect? So, and so there is not even a shadow of a village on any map. Sorry, I started somewhere else and then went on from one thing to another. So he apologizes here and says, sorry, I started somewhere and then went off in another direction. This is a way of interacting. The author is interacting with the readers. If the state of Mysore is to Bharatvarsh, what the sweet Kariga Dabu. Now he discusses one sweet also of his place. First he discusses his place, the title of the lesson, then his place, his village, and then a special sweet of his village, which is as important as Mysore is to India, and the village Hosahalli to Mysore, and this dish to this particular village. So they all are interconnected. And Kariga Dabu to their festive meal. And then Hosahalli is to Mysore state, what the filling is to Kariga Dabu. Now he says that what the village holds importance for the state of Mysore. The same importance, the filling, that the special dish of our village, the filling of that special dish holds for the dish. We all are aware that some dishes are known for their fillings. We enjoy, we buy them on our festivities and festivals because they have those special flavored fillings. When I have said, when I'm saying this and whatever I'm saying is absolutely true, dear readers, believe me, he's emphasizing that whatever I'm saying is very, very true to my knowledge. I will not object to your questioning. If you'll question it, I'm not going to object it. I will stick to my opinion. And I'm not the only one who speaks glowingly of Hosahalli. When it comes to when it comes to glorifying my village, I'm not the only one. There are many who would love to do this. We have a doctor in our place. He now refers to a friend of his who is a doctor, and his name is Gunda Bhatta. He agrees with me. He has been to quite a few places. No, not to England. So again, an interactive way of bringing the things before the readers. If anyone asks him whether he has been there, he says, no, Anna, that I have left to you. When anyone asks him that, have you been to England also, though he has the friend of the author has been to many places, the doctor friend, and when anyone asks him, have you been to England? He says, I have left it to you. So I have seen a few places in my time, though as a matter of fact, he has seen many. So very modestly, the doctor friend answers that I have been to few places, but the particular place I have left for you. And he has seen so many places, but he says that I have left for you. And then he comes to describe one thing after the other of the mangoes of his village, the particular places of his village, like the pond side, not the seaside, the pond where the flowers beautify the vicinity. So we have some mango trees in our village. Come visit us. He invites us. He gives us, he takes an opportunity and gives us an opportunity through the connectivity, through the connection as readers, that come visit us and I will give you a raw mango from one of them. My village is full of raw mangoes. Do not eat it, just take a bite once. And then he shares episode from his life that once we had, all of us, our family members had, and then what the cough and the sourness that it brought to our throats. So the sourness is sure to go straight to your Brahmarandra. When you eat a raw mango, it will go to your senses. I once took one such fruit home, and a chutney was made out of it. See the local words that have been used. All of us ate it. The cough we suffered from. Oh my God, the cough we suffered from. After that, it was when I went for the medicine that the doctor told me about special quality of this fruit. So just a very light, frivolous thing is being discussed. Just as the mango is special, so everything else around our village is very, very special. So I used one word, eulogize. So that is praising his village. And we have a creeper growing in the ever so fine water of the village pond. Its flowers are feast to behold. Then he comes from the raw mango to the pond. And when he talks about the pond, he's talking about the flowers that have grown there for a long time, or that might have been growing continuously. So get 2 leaves from that particular creeper. When you go to the pond for your bath, you will not have to worry about the meals, afternoon meals. You can serve on those big, big leaves. Yes, you'll say, I have been rambling from one point to another. You will feel that the author is saying to us that you might be thinking that I'm moving from one thing to another. Yes, I am, but enough. If any one of you would like to visit us, come, drop a line. I'll tell you everything. I'll let you know where Hosa Hali is and what things are like here. The best way of getting to know a place is to visit it. So do visit my village. Don't you agree? So the author says that come and visit my village. This is the intro part, introduction part of the lesson with the local hues and fragrances. And then the author moves to Ranga's wedding. He resumes back to Ranganathan's wedding. What I'm going to tell you is something that happened 10 years ago. He shares with us that how Ranga got married, but what all happened before he got married, and how much significant Ranganathan's marriage in his life, it holds importance, how much importance it holds in his own life. The author wants to bring this, he wishes to convey this thing to us. We did not have many people who knew English. Before talking about Ranganathan's wedding, he has shared with us the English part. And what is this English, influence of English on the people of author's village, influence of English. This is also one of the sub-theme, influence of English on people discussed in the lesson. So after the places, local place, local hues and colors, local hues and colors. Then he comes to discuss the influence of English on people. And when it comes to English, he says, our village accountant was the first one to send his son to study in Bangalore. And there are many who know English now, but during those days, very less people knew about English. And during the holidays, you come across them on the streets. And those days, we did not speak in English, nor did we bring English words in Kannada culture. And the English words were not the part of the very foreign language, was not given a place in his mother tongue, hometown language, home language, right? So he wishes to speak that, he wishes to convey that this has happened. What has happened is disgraceful. He says that influence of English on people was disgraceful. These are his views, disgraceful. That Kannada was now interrupted by English words. And he says, what has happened is disgraceful, believe me. The other day, I was in Ramarao's house when they bought a bundle of firewood. Now he shares an episode when Ramarao's son, that is Ranga, is interacting with a woman whom he has to pay some amount. How much should I give you? 4 pies. She said the boy told her that he did not have any change. He didn't have any change. The woman did not understand the term change. Next day, the author says, I went to Ramarao's house and asked Ranga's house and asked that, what do you mean by change? Then I came to know. So he said that English words were not the part of our local dialogue, right? This priceless commodity. He says English as a priceless commodity. Now this English being a very priceless commodity, as per the author, tells us that he was not happy with the spread of English, in interruption or intervention of English in his Kannada language. That was why Ranga's homecoming was a great event. Why Ranga's homecoming was a great event. The people thought that Ranga might have brought some changes, the way of talking, the way of presenting things. The priceless commodity English might have changed when he had went out, Ranga also. So Ranga might have been influenced by English trends. That was why his homecoming was a great event. People rushed to his doorstep announcing, the accountant's son has come. Come, let's go and see him. Come, let's move and let's go and have a look, as if he's a charming performer. whom they wished to see. So, attracted by the crowd, I also went. I too went. The author, the narrator says that and he stood in the courtyard and asked, "Why have all these people come? There is no performing monkey here." And one of the ill-mannered boy told him, pointed him out, "Then why are you here? Why are you standing here? What are you doing here then?" A youngster, immature, with ill manners or without any manners, thinking that all these things were now of the past. I kept quiet. I kept very quiet. And I came back, seeing so many people there. Now, people like swarms of bees were there, and came out with a smile on his face. Had we all gone inside, the house of Ranga would have become very congested, very, you can say, encroached like. And thank God it did not. Everyone was surprised to see that Ranga was the same as he had been 6 months ago. So the curiosity of the villagers made every villager reach Ranga's house. And there was a woman who wanted to touch Ranga and see whether he's wearing that sacred thread that Indian men wear. The men in India, they wear a sacred thread round their shoulder to the waist and all. So the old lady checked, and that sacred thread is known as Janewara. So the old lady, when she checked, she said, "The Janewara is still there. He hasn't lost his caste." And she went away. Soon after that, Ranga laughed, and Ranga laughed a lot. So let us recapitulate the beginning. The beginning is being discussed as the author talks about his village Hosahalli. The title of the chapter is being discussed by the author, and then he narrates about his own village, and then he comes to the local colors, including the raw mangoes and the flowers and the pond and the people. When he comes to Ranga's marriage. But before Ranga's marriage, he's talking about the influence of English. And when he has discussed the influence of English, he talks about the influence of the culture where Ranganathan has gone to Bangalore, and he has studied there. And when he has come back, what is the influence of English? And also the behavior of the people, the reflections of the people, how they gathered around Ranga's house, and how they gathered all to see. And even the small things of their culture is being depicted beautifully by Venkatesh Iyengar, who writes with the name Masti Venkatesh Iyengar, the author. He discusses all these things in a beautiful way, that the lady touched the sacred thread and said, "Oh, the Janewara is there." So that means Ranganathan has not forgotten the cultural, small significant things that have been taught in his family. So this way, the introduction of the lesson, and tomorrow in the next class, we will continue with the part. I hope the students have understood the introduction. Thank you, children. We'll continue tomorrow.